Everybody, and welcome back. I'm Christo. This is Songs of Six. In this episode, we are setting up hospitals. We've been having a number of people dying in accidents lately. We're also dramatically increasing our knowledge. And I will probably start using it because there are some really cheap things. So look at this. 0.2 robustness for 100 knowledge. Give me that. And 10% less spoilage just for 50 knowledge. Sure thing. Better food stalls, something we should also consider, but yeah. Now I'm going to save up because we do want to get hospitals. Better lose 200 for this. That's not that expensive. Oh, but it takes fancy stone to get them to do that, so I won't get that just yet. So we probably have some human odd jobbers, right? Yes, and no Dundorian odd jobbers. So the Dundorians need to be a bit happier. Yeah, their food preference obviously is one area we could try and do that. It's our furniture situation. Yeah, we're kind of barely making enough. I should update my my spreadsheet, by the way, so we can still have an accurate count here. We now have 25 humans, 25 Praetorians. That's actually less Praetorians than we had earlier. We should probably let in some more. 15 insects, 17 fish, and 26 tilapis. That brings our total food requirement up to 89, and our total clothes requirement up to about 10 a day. Good stuff. We could be exporting a lot more for cash, but I don't want to make myself rich until we have an army, basically, because it just seems risky, you know? Seems like we might get ourselves in trouble. Alright, how's that opium farm doing? Needs opiates to finish. And with no or almost no odd jobbers, it's not going to happen, is it? We're still short some Dundorians, so let a few more in. Yeah, the warehouses. Maybe I should give some of the, I don't know, some of the jobs to other people. Like, maybe the lavatory tending can go back to piggies. Because with twice as many Dundorians, I have to imagine their expectations are, yeah, 0.48. Yeah, their expectations have overtaken Praetorians again. So maybe I let in 5 more Praetorians, and then I change it up. So you guys handle just lavatories as a higher priority, and then the Dundorians can still do it, but as a fallback. Which should mean we switch from having some Praetorian odd jobbers to Dundorian. Let's see here. Yeah, the Dundorians no longer do it, and now we have some more of them employed over here. Okay, which now means that the warehouses are being fully done. Yeah, so in terms of priority, warehouses are quite important because they... Okay, we already have them at full. We just have quite a lot of stuff at full, I guess. Fair enough. Okay, tech. Yeah, I mean, there's my ravenous appetite for tech points is unending. So we will need to be careful about how we do that. This new one, did I assign? It does automatically get tools assigned to it. Yeah, good. Should also check the load on some of our services. Wouldn't be the worst idea. I never did go up to a full number of actors on stage. I don't know if that really makes much difference, but we'll see, I guess. So we have quite a lot of excess clothes right now. I guess I could give the Dundorians some more clothes. Clothes do make people pretty happy. So, what is it? 0.75 per clothing. It's pretty big. Pretty big. People really don't care about getting their particular drinks preference, do they? They just want some drinks. Could look into that as well. Needs tech for that, though, but... So, the Amivas still not loving life. Their food preference is dropping. They just want those eggs. They should have plenty of meat and fruit, though, right? Yeah, there's plenty of meat and fruit in here. Yeah, the meat and fruit is getting pretty widely dispersed around the colony, so makes sense that that's not looking too high, but someone died. Oh, never got to see who it was. I guess if I check here, we can check. Yeah, just some aging. Okay, that's not a bad goal, actually, now I think about it. Why don't we try and get 25 of the pops that we still don't have 25 of? Because in doing so, I will make it so that I can use the auto-immigrate function. So you guys are going to need a new house. Let's put it at the top this time. Although actually, yeah, no, I'd still do it here. Because yes, this is really fertile land. We could be using it for something more productive than just housing happy lizards. But we don't need it right now for farming. And it makes really happy lizards. So, and that will give us some more odd jobbers, basically. Do you mind paying us? We'll give you back tomorrow. Don't give me alerts about this. I decline. 1x1 roads, by the way. Not smart. I should make this a bit wider, ideally. Well, I mean, people don't seem to be having... I forget. Can people... They can bump into each other, I think, basically. But does that mean that they're needing to, like, wait? Or does it just slow them down as they hit each other? I don't know. I'm trying to wait for two people to need to cross at once. I guess it's not happening that often. Yeah, okay, it's probably not a big deal then. Designate. This is an omnibus. Locale. And then if I were to do more mining over here, what would we do? I mean, I guess what we could do is start mining some stone over here. Because yes, we have loads of stone. And there's just tons of it sitting around. But that will change. There's some retirees living over here. Some Dundorian herders are living over here. Why do we have Dundorian herders? And some more Cretonians. They should be doing the herding. And we have some homeless and Malvians. Ah, this is not finished building yet, maybe? How much is the home upgrade tech, by the way? Could definitely do with that. Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Is it in the housing tree? No. Rest homes for the retirees. That could be good. Massage parlors. Here we go. Basements. 1,000 tech. But it basically doubles the capacity of housing, which is insanely useful. I think these omnibus homeless will go away. Yeah, there we go. Now we still do have some Praetorian homeless. And where are they trying to work? These homeless Praetorians. Nowhere? They're just odd jobbers, looks like. Okay. Then I can squeeze in a home here. Maybe some houses. There's just some room here that would be could be more effectively used, I think. I want to leave space on the right of it. Which is that way for you, I guess. No, it's still that way because it's inverted. I keep forgetting. I could put it here. Yeah, let's put it there. And then switch up how the roads in this area work a bit. Just pave this whole area. Good. And get my designator ready. There we go. That should solve the housing issue. Still one Cretonian homeless. Where are you? Ah, because you're a plumber. Right. So, a little apartment for you. Over here. In the non-insect enclave. There you go. The snoring sound effects are really funny. You can live there. There we go. Our little plumber. Just a little house just for the plumber. Nice. Okay. Now the Talapis are still pretty unhappy. They have shrine access. Could be better. I don't know why. Quality shrines. Oh yeah, sorry. That's just going to be 2 upgrades that they want on that, isn't it? Services wise, we haven't got great market access, but yeah, they're not loving the proximity, but it's just the upgrade really. Same for lavatories. Same for stages. Same for hearths. I guess we could look into restaurants. They don't use them as often, I think. But really, I need the tech for hospitals. Has our opiate production started? It has. And there it goes. Our first deposit of it into storage. A whole 5. A yearly production of 5. That's not going to be enough, but let's take a look. So the hospital uses 1 a day. First crime has been committed. For small cities, it's not an issue. You might want to look into guards and prisons. Yeah, so right now, we have not much problem with it, but we'll get there. So hospitals, we need 1 a day, as it turns out. Hospital, it's a quite central building. How about right by the graves? Doesn't give you a bad vibe at all. Now, how many beds do we need? Enough to be tended by 1 doctor, I think. So, something like this. There'll be 1 slightly overworked doctor. True to life. Door to the graves. Door to the graveyard. Door to the real world. Good. Increase the door road access just slightly here. Cool. And then we'll see what the range on this thing is. I think it's pretty long. But yeah, and we'll need substantially increase the size of this opiate farm. Because we need, 1 a day. That one down there was making 0.2, I think, but yeah, so it's going to take quite a few farmers to get this up to 1 a day. We'll go with however many it takes to get us to 5 workers. There we go. It's going to take us a bunch of opium to build it, but that's okay. Can they work without? Don't auto-employ. We need 1 person. Barely anyone's injured right now. Oh, this all looks pretty nice. It's like a neat building. Who's working here, by the way? Where's he gone? Here you are. A Dundorian. Okay. Just watching the theatre just now, though. Okay. Right, and it uses cloth. I remember. We're not producing much excess cloth. How much cotton are we expecting to produce per day? 29? We was already maxed out anyway. Making, 3 excess cloth a day. How much do you need a day? Should only be 1, but I think it looks like he only needs the stuff when people are actually staying there. And so it's at most 1 opiate, but that's... the rains are devastating our crops. Darn it. It's bad timing. Just as the opiate farm goes up. Should cancel this foraging command, by the way. It's a reasonable amount just hanging around on the ground here, though. Good. Look at this bustling little town. Looking pretty good. Let's slow it right down. What you doing, buddy? Storing some meat? Good on ya. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Fancy markets? No, they cost too much. Fancy hearths. Everyone uses hearths. We could get an extra 0.1. Well, 0.43 on pretty much everyone. For a little bit of fancy hearth tech. How much does it cost? 300. 300. Worshipping with style. Maybe this would be a good thing. You get both upgrades. They cost fancy stone. Not all of them. It looks like... I can't quite make out what the Shrine to Krantor uses. It looks like metal and weapons, maybe? On the second tier? I'm increasingly feeling like... Blood sport. Cool. I'm increasingly feeling like what we need is fancy weaponry. Sorry, fancy stoneworking. It's really cheap, actually. Only 100. Very nice. Let's grab that. We could also do refined tailoring, makeshift armor. Ooh, that could be good. I think you can make armor out of metal, though, as well. Plate armor, so maybe that's what we'd rather do. But, yeah. Okay, so with that fancy stone, I think it's probably going to be shrines, because people really like nicer shrines. I think we can get a whole, 1.2 points extra, or maybe it'll be slightly less than that, just for upgrading our shrines. What? Oh, here, I can check what it costs here. Oh, it's just furniture. Okay. Okay, so in terms of stone, fancy stoneworking, I know we have tons of stone right now, but for the sake of long-term sustainability, I would like to set up a stone mine. Now, I believe both stone areas we have suck the big one. This would be 23%. This would be 36%. That's a bit better. Is there a third option anywhere? Maybe? No. Okay, so I don't know how many workers we are going to put on this. Actually, I do. You know what? We're going to split the Garthimmeries evenly, aren't we? Let's let in up to 25 Garthimmeries. So we have 5 ore workers and 9 coal workers right now. And that seems like that balance is working pretty fine. No one is working the coal right now because the internal storage is full. Fine. Because this warehouse is full. And the... yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, so that balance is working fine. I'm not going to mess with that. But if we let in an extra 10, we could have an extra, which we are doing. We can have 10 miners on this stone. And obviously long term, we don't want to be mining our local stone because it sucks. But that's okay. For now, it'll look something like this. Oh, eyeballed it. Eyeballed it. What a genius. Put that there. And give me a nice rack of auxiliaries. Not even overspending on the auxiliaries. And then give me a fungus road leading to it. And then give me a nice humidifier. Keep the whole area disgustingly humid and light the area. And give me some roundness decorations. Like so. Good. Now the mine storage needs to start storing stone as well. It actually already is. But make it store a little bit more. And then the main storage should be fetching. Does fetch grab off the ground? Sorry, grab out of haulers? Because I might have finally found a reason to use haulers if it does. So central storage should be pulling from. No, not central storage. Actually, someone in here, like central metalworking. Can you handle being stoneworking as well? Yeah, that seems good. So this is like central refining instead of metalworking. Handle some stone. You don't need this much coal. I'm not even managing to get this much coal. Even if you did, we could upgrade you, which I will do anyway. Central refining from there also pulls stone. And then mine out some space back here where I will put, actually, no, let's mine out some space back here and a pathway down to it. And we should encourage use of it by building a road here. And I will probably change it so that these get bigger down a bit when we need them to, so they fill out this this space more nicely. And then central refining, do not, as I've now learned, put redo you, because I'll have to redo all of the pull orders. But if I take that off you, how's your isolation? 86%. Okay. What about if I refill mountain here? Well, or here actually. Here. Now we're back up to 92% isolation. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, now road it up. And now I want my refining or crafting, maybe? Yes, my mason. But before I want my mason, actually, look at that. Already 25 Guthimries all added. Very nice. Bunch of stone workers. I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to give them tools. We need this thing working. All right. So with 10 people working here, it produces nothing. Why nothing? Because the workload is showing as 0 because internal storage is full. Okay. But it's not actually 0. So what would you be producing if workload wasn't 0? You'd be producing 0.55. God, yeah, the species is doing some work to overcome the output debuff. You'd be doing 0.55 times 1.5, so 0.75 per worker. So we're going to output about 7.5 stone from there sustainably. So with that in mind, it's a mason that consumes about 7.5 stone. We'll have, let's say, 3 workers. It's really not a big operation that we're starting to begin with here. Let's give it some room to grow, potentially. We might want to let in more Guthimries. But, yeah, just the 3 workers. And a nice auxiliary station over here. And road it up. Okay, has this got some stone in it already? Yes, good. And actually, store... How many boxes of tools am I giving you? 3? You don't need 3 boxes of tools. Give me some finished stone. Good. Now, cut stone we will eventually want to transport around the world, but for now I think it's fine. You're using 16 stone. Good lord. Your productivity is being greatly boosted, of course, by tools, as well as obviously the species bonus. Well, I'm going to let them overwork until we run out of stone, and then I will cut it, because there's so much stone on the ground that I am not concerned about that. Okay, so we have a bunch of cut stone now, which means I think I can already upgrade some things, right? Wasn't there something I could do? I thought there were some things that just require fancy stone. Was it speakers? No, was it stages? Yeah, okay. Nice. Not a huge fan of how the fancy stages look. They look better when they're surrounded by fancy stone, other fancy stone stuff. Oh, of course, on the mine, we can't upgrade it again until we get machinery, right? Yeah. Good stuff. Ore, we're not looking amazing on, actually. Whoa, actually falling negative on ore. That surprises me. This mine storage is full. This is stalled because this one is full. Okay, so this one is presumably not full. Yes, so we need an extra worker here, which we're not getting because we don't have any spare Dundorians. So let 3 more in. Good stuff. Can you make street lighting? Yeah, you just changed the size of the torches with Q and E. You set some small ones up. Hello, YouTube. I'm sorry, I completely forgot to unpause earlier. I think it was... I'm not sure when it was. I think it was about 10 minutes ago. That's annoying. Sorry about that. What did we do in the last 10 minutes? I made a little pottery station here and a little masonry station. I can't remember which of them were on camera. And we've been upgrading things. The process of upgrading things has made everyone mad happy. Not least because look at these service fulfillments. We've got a whole bunch of extra laboratory happiness. We upgraded the stage. We upgraded our food stalls. Life is good. So now we have pottery and stuff. We're now able to cater to refined tastes, which is good. Our pottery production is not good. We have our clay pits doing what they can, but you know, our local clay pit production is hot trash. So this one is getting pretty high on the load. I should potentially expand it a bit. 75% is doable. Let's take a look at the load on a couple of other services. Wells look fine. Markets look okay. Hearths. This one is a little bit high, but looking not too bad. Food stalls. This one is overworked. Oh, it's back. This is the one we were just looking at, but it's back to overworked. Okay. Let's refurb this then. I think I'll refurb it the same way I did the other, just by chucking an extra one in there. And that looks pretty nice. And that's still just one worker. It's just that he's going to be able to throw out a bunch of extra food and make it easier for people to grab from it. Now this is a Dundorian food stall, so it only needs the bread and fish. Make sure all these are still set, right? Yeah, the central one, we don't have any eggs. Let's not do that, just to not confuse me. Is the load on this really managing? No, it isn't. Okay. So you... Let's refurb you. Can I fit one like this? Does that work? Yes, it does. Good. I'll give that access both sides. We won't have to rebuild that one. Good. There we go. Still pretty high load with our 25 dudes over here, but ooh, bread stock's getting real low. I'm surprised about that. Making 36. Consumed 30. That is what I'm projecting you should be. Oops. Oh, you can search this window. I did not know that. That is what I'm projecting you should be consuming, but why is the production so low some of the time? It's not because of a shortage of inputs. Workload is showing as 100%. It's seeming like they're producing at a good pace. I don't know why that would dip. I'm trying to think what could cause the bread production to tank. I mean, if one of these guys got injured, but they're just going back and forth. You know, exactly the locations you would expect them to. Maybe baking is not a super high priority, so on those occasional times when we didn't have enough Dundorians. No, it's the highest priority. Not really sure then. Well, not terribly difficult to expand our bakery, so I guess I will. I'm a bit annoyed that the spreadsheet is failing me. I guess 6 is not a very big buffer, is it? Because we should be eating 29 bread, according to the spreadsheet right now. No, actually, if I update it, with the fact that we're at 25 Dundorians and 30 Cretonians, reckons we want 33 bread. So yeah, 3 really is not a very big buffer. So let us remake this a bit. And how do we gain ourselves some extra space? We're going to have to do something like this. I'm going to really, really fight for my space here in order to fit some extra ovens down this side. Don't need more storage, but we will need some more auxiliaries. There we go. Good. Layout of this room will make it more expensive to construct. Ah, yes. Okay, can I cut this? Not easily. I should still be able to fit these in here, shouldn't I? No. Okay, so hang on, refurb this. Grow back over that. Cut. Maybe here instead. It's difficult when you can't see the color on the rest of the room, but that has successfully stabilized it. So we'll put this down here. An auxiliary oven. Surprised it can't go here. So that's going to be wall. That's already walled. There's a gap here technically. We can cut this if we need to. The isolation is a tiny bit lower than it should be. Yeah, storage. We do not need much in the way of storage here. How was I doing the storage before? Was I slotting it like that, maybe? Yeah, we should be able to... It's not ideal, is it? Like that. 7 workers. They can get down here fairly easily. Because to be clear, that right there is part of the room. Yeah. It's not ideally shaped, but I think that works. That gets us up to 7 workers. Yeah, the isolation is a little janky. Let's shrink this indolent pasture just slightly. Then refurb this and throw in the walls. Is there a door showing there? Yeah, don't put a door there. Cut the door there. Good, I think that works. Once this is built, though, there shouldn't be a wall there. Have you got a door here? I think they do. It's odd. What are you doing? Just moving all the door out of the way. And now, of course, you shut yourself in. Ooh. Alright, mine that spot then. I should let him out. Yeah. And then you can just put it back again. There we go. Good. Now your isolation is back down. And with 7 workers, we're cranking out 64 bread per day. Should dramatically increase it. Good. Now fish looks like it's beginning to get a little low. We're producing 39 fish. We should only need 30. According to my arithmetic. That should be okay then. Maybe we just had a bad catch event or something. Okay. Little ant farm. It really does look kind of like an ant farm. Did we ever put the final speaker in here? No, let's put the final speaker in. Although, we already established that we had full stage access. No, we didn't quite have full stages, so. The Garthimeries have none, but... Garthimeries are loving life, by the way. They're probably who we're going to make our army. Like, I'm going to build our army emplacements and things. Training exercises, groups and things over here. Because Garthimeries are pretty easy to keep happy, in my experience. Okay. What else? What else could we do to relatively easily make people more happy? Well, I think what we should do now is have some more humans. And this layout here is bothering me. So let's put some more human housing in. We could do it here. One here. And then a little house or an apartment even. I'd rather not. I could fit it. So does a house not fit here? A house does fit here. Okay. It's for 5 people, isn't it? So I can have one house there. One house here. Yeah. And then remove that torch. Give me another one. Just shift it slightly. And designate these as human housing. That's room for another 20. And one more house. If I could fit it here. And change up the roads a bit. There we go. Designate this for humans. Do we have some homeless Dundorians right now? No. Why are the Dundorians so keen to move in over here? Oh, I guess because they're doing lots of the itinerant stuff around here. It's a good point, actually. We should really have a Dundorian house over here for their for all the itinerant workers. Isolation would be a bit high on this. It just seems kind of funny, though. I think I'm going to do this even though the isolation is a bit high. Let's have some Dundorians living here and their house literally just backs onto the fishing area. I just kind of like that. But yeah, some of the deliverymans and things who need to be near the warehouses can live here. It's just... It's a beachfront property. It'll command a serious price. Okay, and now we can remove this. And we can refurb this. Occupy all the way up to here. And yeah, the isolation has stayed high because it thinks it's going to put walls into the throne room. Let's disabuse it of that notion. And then actually, we're trying to get this to 50 workers. So let's expand it back a bit. Remove the existing stations. Fully expand it over everything. And then I think just 2 pillars is enough. Not quite. Maybe like that. Okay. Now we can fit these down here. No, we can't quite. But I think you definitely can fit those things in. So I guess this works. Yeah. Okay, so let's do it like, oops. Let's do it like that. We don't actually need this much vertical space. Quite, but maybe we fit some in at the bottom. This, and then shrink it here. And then we can fit... We're going to 40 workers. I mean, that's gonna struggle. Yeah, frustrating that I can't quite make that work. How about if I put this station this way? If I take that out, add it there, or here maybe. Then we can fit one here alongside some kind of opposing ones. Doesn't quite work. How about like this? There we go. That's looking better. I'm definitely not going to be able to fit one in there. Okay. That works strangely. 35, getting there. Do I need both of these? Yes, I do. Or can I put it here? Yes, but then this is not valid anymore. This is. That doesn't help as much. Okay, let's put this here. I'm sure there's just some way to just know like where the best way to build this is, but the doing is the fun. So doing it this kind of strange improvisational way is quite fun, I think. And yeah, we can extend it. I mean, we can extend it behind the throne room, I guess. There's no problem with that. Another 3 workers in there. But yeah, what I'm concluding is this is not going to be enough room. So do it like that, and then shrink this slightly more here. And refurb this. Let's monopolize all this room behind. Put these really long ones in. Can't quite fit along the end there. I'll start at this end then. We can do that. 47! Come on! Come on! Actually, we don't really want to make it to 50 exactly, do we? Now I think about it, because some of them are going to be retirees. You know what I'm going to do? Not now. Don't panic. I'm going to want to work out. Actually, I don't want a door there. I want to work out how many people are retirees of each species at any one time. Because that way I can work out how much workforce to expect based on the number of people there are. And obviously it changes depending on where you put the retirement slider. Retirement age by default is 80% of their natural age. And then as you increase the retirement target, it increases when they're, like how early they retire. Boom. The laboratory is done, and it can help with that many workers. Let in another 25 humans. Let them come. Let them learn. And then we should definitely get the upgraded labs. Because the 0.5 multiplicative bonus, sorry, additive bonus, is going to be pretty sweet. Hey! Apondrix Ray, Grand Conqueror. Divine permission to recruit a nobleman who will help you greatly. He will. He will. Hello, Dundorian. No, you're a human. Give me a human. Dundorian, sorry. Hello, dirty Dundorian man. I elevate you to a position of great power. Now, what do we want? Probably 10% additive science. Seems pretty good. I think it is the area I have the most people employed. Humans, by the way, staying very happy. Love to see that. Nobility is additive, isn't it? Yeah. Another 10% science. I mean, that's a lot. It's 710 science. I think that is what I'm going to do. And which people am I having the most trouble keeping happy? It's been the Almevans historically, but I think I'm going to give it to a Dundorian. Everyone likes having nobles, by the way. Yeah, if I can get 10% output, I mean, there's loads of things you can get really good output for. 25% more fish, 50% more from that, 20% more livestock, 25% stone mines. Yeah, I think maybe not. Master builders, 25% more carrying capacity. So many good things you can get. It is, yeah, it is, don't get me wrong, a very undercooked mechanic. You just assign it, and then he's done. And you can build a building, which gives him housing that's more expensive, but there's like no reason to do so at all. So we'll just leave him at it. He's giving us right now 0.05. Maybe there is a reason. Maybe you have to have a well-maintained house to get from the 0.05 to the actual 0.1. Look at these guys, they're little counting machines. Looks so cool. All right, so you are now targeting. Look at that target skyrockets as the more humans arrive. Amazing. Exquisite. And the humans should all be housed, right? No, we have 5 homeless humans. Did I incorrectly designate something? Thought we did the maths. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. Okay, we did not, as it turns out. Let's put in... Can I fit a longhouse back here? Almost. In fact, yes, I can. I just have to block one of the doors to this this fish warehouse. That's fine. We will put that in. Yeah, it'll put that in and then cancel one of the... Well, cancel 2 of the walls. Will the isolation be okay after that? Let's see. No, just 2 walls. Who needs walls on all sides of their house? Come on. Be reasonable. And 90% isolation. I'll take it. I'll take it. Ah, it's made out of wood, though. Sorry. Sorry, humans. Remove that. And give me a longhouse made out of stone. There we go. No materials? We out of stone? No? We just can't reach it, I think. Remove all of this. There we go. Now, also remove the house. And now, build the house again. Now that you can actually reach it. But don't build those 2. There we go. And now build a road. Oh, dirt road down here. Good. There we go. All right. Now you are designated. Still remembering the shortcut keys. You are a human house. Nice. And the science comes rolling in. Amazing. And it will come rolling in even more when I do this. Improved lab for 1.4. So it's at 9,000. We upgrade it. Should be more than that, shouldn't it? Upgrades 0.5 additive. Only gave us 0.5 additive. Really only worked out as a whatever that is, like a 20% buff, less than a 20% buff. Huh. Interesting. I was expecting it to be better than that. Right, so fish is looking a little low, but as long as it holds, there's no need to store excess fish. Actually, that's not quite true, is it? The Amalvis fishy boys love it when you store excess fish, but one less working in the opiate farm because we don't need a big store of opiates. And yes, it does visually upgrade the thing, which is quite nice. Has it not put a wall here? Oh no, there is a stone wall there. It's just kind of tricky to see. So we are now up to here. Do the next ones give us... Yeah, we get 1 more nobility, 2 more there, 2 more there, 1 more there, One more there, 2 more there. Okay. So, I mean, there is a pretty clear answer as to what we should do next. It's what I said I was going to do next 2 episodes ago, I think, which is military. We appear to have some... Yes, a need for more Dundorians. Let's try and go up to 100 Dundorians. Hello, friends. A non-profit organization known as the Protectors. You want loads of my stuff. Unfortunately, I feel compelled to accept somehow. We have a bunch of homeless Dundorians now, so I will do another set of their housing. I'll face it this way, I think. Let's do it like that. But yes, giving us a good reminder as to why we need to invent more military. So that we don't have to keep accepting those things, and so that we have better security. Although right now our obscurity is still holding us, still holding it safe. Good. It's a place for all our new Dundorians to live. Wow, even with that extra 25 we just let in, we're still perfect on happiness. That is wonderful. Loads of odd jobbers will mean that everything gets done really quickly. So are you managing to stay up on stuff these days? Yes, your ore is good. With 4 workers. You know what, actually, I will auto you. Yeah, in fact, nowadays, I think we are in a place where I should auto all our warehouses, knowing that what that means is when they are... well, actually, not all of them. Not the... well, yeah, no, kind of all of them. Pretty much, except the bread one, which is literally just right next to the thing it's outputting into. Which I guess means... yeah, I think that's fine. The idea there being, we need to make sure we always have Dundorian odd jobbers, basically. We're not at Dundorian worker capacity when we run out of Dundorians doing jobs. We are out of Dundorian capacity when we no longer have like 10 Dundorian odd jobbers, which allows for some fluctuations to make sure the logistics system stays smooth. So why are you not pulling fish from the fish warehouse? Because the fish warehouse has very little in it. What is that? That's a dead, little dead fish by the sea. Cool. And the fish warehouse has very little in it. Well, because occasionally the fish warehouse grabs stuff, puts it in here, and then it's immediately whisked away to the various places, predominantly the Almivas warehouse. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. So we do need a bit more fish production, but that's not the priority. Stay on topic. Oh, someone's starving. Ah, because you were brawling and you need the doctor to come and feed you. So what did you... how did you get injured? Feels you could do better a bit as a ruler. Quite a bit better, to be honest. Just because you got in a brawl, our city is in danger of being raided. We need to defend ourselves. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So let's start looking into that. You actually don't need weapons to get Garthimri soldiers. Because Garthimri have, I think, a unique property. Maybe some of the Cantors might have it as well, like the late game races. But yeah, in battle they have relatively low offense-defense skill, but I think they're all pretty similar. But they have this special thing. Yeah, pierce armor. You have 2 points of armor pierce and 1 of pierce damage in weapons. Whereas like Cretonians, for example, have in battle, 0 pierce damage, no pierce armor. And they have 40 force behind their attacks and 40 hit points. Whereas the Garthimris, similar actually. And less morale. But yeah, this pierce damage is pretty sweet. Okay, so what do we need then? Well, actually for training grounds, do you need weapons anyway? I forget. No, you don't. Good. Okay. So I want to train, to start with, 25 Garthimri soldiers. So we'll build a training ground and we'll keep it underground because that's what they like. And training grounds get pretty big, as I recall. So there we go. There's room for 24 Garthimri soldiers. We'll give plenty of doors. And yeah, 3 doors. How many more doors could I have? 1, 2. So let's actually just have one door at the bottom, so I can have 1, 2, 3 before it starts doing isolation problems. Knowing that, let's put one door at the bottom, put a nice fungally road for him. Whoops. Make sure we are still filling in the mountain cave here. But then, let's put humidifiers in the walls. We can have 3 things, right? So 2 humidifiers and a torch set right into the walls so that while they're in the training ground, they're still loving life. And then Garthimries, give me 25 more of you. Which means we're going to need 2 more houses, which we can fit neatly around the training ground. Like so. Good. And then we'll want some more roads for this. We simply love our Dundorian Nova and would like to show you our gratitude. No. They like it when you turn down gifts, which I guess is a kind of because they feel like they have to give you the gift. And so they like it when you turn them down. So here we go. 40 conscripts training away here. Recruit limit 100,000. I can upgrade this straight away. Please do. Okay, here I can set a recruit. So this is a global recruit limit. This is a local recruit limit. Training speed is 150 because of the bonus. Yeah. So we will need to... Whoa, what's going on outside? Is that a plague of locusts? Oh no, that's just snow. From here, doesn't it kind of look like a plague of... It really doesn't, does it? Like this. They go kind of yellower when I speed up the time. Yeah, so in the training ground... I remember that you have to actually set this as a thing. What does it come under? Scaffolds, army supplies... Fighting pits, graveyards, pits. Farming? Where is it? Do I not prioritize it like this? Because I want to designate it specifically for them. Doesn't seem to be in there. I think you go here. Yeah, so conscripts. I have all these divisions that have been automatically created, I think. I think these don't actually exist. They're just the default ones you start with. Okay, so if I disband all of these, I should see no one training. Yes, good. So I'm going to create some new ones. And we want Garthimries, and you can see, look at the... yeah, they're slightly less hard-hitting than Dundorians. You guys are useless. And then these guys are just absolute beasts, as are these guys. And these are awesome at ranged. So, like one 50 strong detachment seems okay. And then we have people training half the time, I think is the idea. The amount of days it will take to train the division to the specification is 3. So I want them to have, yeah, loads of melee training. So maybe I reduce it to 20. Yeah, we'll give them a lot of defensive skill. And they won't have any gear to start with because, you know, we don't have any. But we'll make some. Efficiency on these... Okay, it looks like spiders can't use weapons and shields. That makes all kinds of sense. And is leather armor worse? This gives you 20% less offensive skill, but 6 pierce points. 50% hit points. This gives you still 2 pierce armor. Yes, this is it's just worse. It's just lighter, basically. Okay. This is Division 0? No, no, no. This is the insect van. This is going to take 103 days to train 20 guys to this specification. Let's just keep them relatively lower trained, I think. I'm trying to think, because what do I want to do? Do I want to have a professional army? I kind of want to have just a professional army. So yeah, I don't care how long it takes you to train them. Just train 20 guys to this specification. Get them all the way up. The Insect Vanguard. 20 dudes. So now there will be 20 people training here. Yeah. Which they like doing, as I recall. Yeah. And they like being in the army too. We could do with some more riches now I think about it. That would be a pretty good way to make everyone a bit happier. Should maybe work on that. Got to keep an eye on the load on some of these now that we've dramatically increased the insect population. Also might hit us in the clay budget. We're okay for now. So these guys are training, and then if we look, we can see that they're currently at 7% training. Hello. We have a play over here. Accept this handout. Called The Misery of the Crestonians. No, thank you. Yeah, so they're training. Oh, when I'm on this screen, they don't train? No, it's just that it was nighttime. So they're 10% trained. I think, what I don't know is when they're trained, it does decay over time, but how quickly? That's what I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, just 20 in it because I can't make it 25, which is annoying. The number should really match the immigration numbers. That'd be helpful, but it's not a big deal. So, because I think before, if you wanted them 100%, they would train all the time. It was, oh, hang on, are you stuck? Oh, that's the humidifier. I thought that was a person. So we'll have them train up. And let's see, we now have a bonus, right? Garrison, 0.04. Wow. What a mighty deterrent we have created. Yeah, we'll keep having them train. Equipping them will obviously be the next step. So let's look at doing that. We have a bunch of spare Dundorians. So we're going to need another smithy. 2, actually. And let's start out small. Just enough for, yeah, 2 workers. Let's just see how many people we can realistically equip with 2 workers worth of stuff here. I think I can make it fit in an even smaller space. Look at that. Efficient little thing. Nice. Yeah, build that. Oh, sorry. Gonna need a door. Build that. And then copy that. And build another one. I can't do it. Why? I can. It's just that... Why are these turning green and... Just build it there. I'm not sure what the green and red meant there. It's bizarre. You need to make... Okay, right. So there's different weapons. There's flanks. Okay, I'm going to... The scimitars, swords, and warhammers. Now, they all cost the same metal. But warhammers cost more wood, less coal. Okay, so which do we want? Warhammers give... blunt damage and some pierce. 100% force to their attacks and +1 pierce damage. 50.5 pierce damage and 1 slash damage. 2 pierce, 2 slash. We already have quite a lot of pierce damage. So increasing the force behind our blows seems most effective to me. Let's make some warhammers. And then we're going to need a new... I think we'll make a new warehouse for... storing the outputs here. We'll just put a little jobby in here. Doesn't need to be very big. There we go. Then give me some nice pathing. Cool. And then we will need... Yeah, let's make a new storage over here, I guess, because these guys need to store the weapons near the fighters. So again, a relatively small storage over here. Some cobbles for the speedy walking. Cool. And you, Smithy, should be making armor, but we have not invented armor. So we should invent armor. We have loads of science available right now. Let's make some use of it. So yes. Making... Well, I'm kind of happy with the warhammers. I don't know. I think, actually, raiders tend to be quite well equipped. Let's go with the pierce damage. So I'll unlock both of those. We should also probably unlock machinery, because machinery is pretty good. And also, it would let us upgrade the thing again. Libraries are really expensive, but could also get a university going. It would be really slow for us to use a university, but you can make training grounds more effective to unlock archery. I would like to get some archers. More morale, more offensive skill, more raid deterrent, more defense. Catapults, never use them. Oh, that's really cheap. Let's get some work safety. Oh, we can just do more opinion. Oh, that's all right. Other people's opinion, not our. Also reduce inflation a bit. What else do I really want? I mean, machinery is pretty dope. You know what I definitely want? Fancy markets and fine dining. I'd like to look into that. I haven't done that before. Do some massage parlors too. And there we go. Yeah, worshipping with style. Definitely want that. Okay, that'll do for now. Or maybe better housing. Yeah, let's get basements unlocked as well. Okay. Because what does it cost to upgrade one of these houses now? Just cut stone and wood. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Oh, sorry, it doesn't double the capacity, but 40% increase. Pretty good. Now you make armor. You make swords. Good. And you take armor and swords. Let me upgrade you. Cool. I think they will automatically go and put them over here. Let's see. Yes. Or maybe it's the odd jobbers doing it, but either way, it seems fine. So, some armor and swords are being produced. So the question is, how many armor and swords can we afford to assign to this division? I don't know exactly how it works. I think this just assigns... Okay, so do you want to have one sword per person? It's increasing the slash damage slightly. Increasing the pierce damage slightly. So one sword per person assigned to them. And the armor... Ooh, the armor has a pretty good impact, yeah. Okay, so let's apply that. And then we can see that we don't have as much armor as we need in storage. But armor and stuff, this must decay 4.55 when stored, because that's getting the bonus from our tech. And you pull from this, because I'm pretty sure they have to go and get the weapons when they actually need them. Just upgrade this. You take armor and swords. Good. No resource has been selected yet. Pull the armor and the swords. Good. So then we just we'll just watch, basically. I mean, if it's decaying at 4.55 and we're producing 2.89, what will that stabilize at? I don't know how to quickly do that sum. Maybe there is no way to quickly do that sum. Who's homeless? Garthimri homeless? Because I didn't designate this properly. No, not living side by side. Just Garthimri's. And this. Good stuff. But we'll just see what these get to, basically. And then, you know, edit our warband accordingly. Like, it looks like they can fit some more swords. Cool. How's that looking on deterrent now? 0.05. Doesn't seem to have made any difference to the deterrent that we have them, although they're a bit kitted out now. Still, it's good. Up to 60% melee training now. 20 is obviously, you know, not a huge number. Let's put that into perspective here. How many soldiers do you have? Oh, do you actually only have 100 and... Do you have 25 people? Hang on. How do I interact with these guys again? Why can I click there but not... Oh, that's an army. Right, your capital is here. So there's 500 people in this city. And 913 here. But yeah, I can't know much about them. They have an army camped here. I think that's... Yeah, so there's 40-person army, 25-person army. So we could... I mean, we could make our play onto the world stage, potentially. As long as we keep our neighbors happy with us. Like a 500-person settlement. Obviously, they outnumber us for now. but not too dramatically. So what are the Gartheries eating? Are you eating fish? Yes, you are eating fish. So that additional influx of them up to 50 pushes our fish needs by my count to 36, which is, yeah, only slightly more than what we actually make. And of course, that's not accounting for spoilage. So we need some more fishes, both in terms of catching more fish and in terms of to fish the fish, which is a funny sentence. Let's keep this going all the way down. I want to get the most out of this. You might just want to do the deep sea fishing. Maybe that's more efficient, but I think this is fine. They're going to yeah, they're not going to love being this far away from services, now I think about it. But it's okay. They'll be happy. They're living their best fishy boy life. Fishing away. I really need to go to bed, by the way, but let's just do this fish scale up and then I'll do that. We'll do that? No, you know, I think I'll handle the going to bed part myself. Okay, so this area is not really going to work. So we'll just start a new one down here and we'll put another bridge in, I guess. Really not much going here. Okay, we'll just do a little fishing area here. One auxiliary will surely be sufficient. Yeah, there's no shallow water on this side of the river for some reason. Not sure why. We probably will actually, given how far down this has gone, we will need to do a new hang on, I guess I should do a bridge. Let's do a bridge here. And then a new fish settlement down here. That works well. So I'll leave room for a 2x2 bridge. Well, not 2x2, but a 2x whatever. And yeah, it's all about the deep sea spots, basically. They add the vast majority of the abilities to actually get people doing this stuff fast. Getting decent numbers. There we go, down to its max length there. Good. Now, of course, we need some storage. Area is not connected. Yes, just there. My bad. Some decent internal storage. And I will actually put most of the auxiliaries up here near the storage and then just pop one down here. Bang. Okay, so that's 12 people. That's 4, so we're at... I can add, I swear. We're at 16, 17, 18. And then we can go 19, 20. With another little deep sea only enterprise. Good. And then we just want these two should round it out. Yeah, it gives us another 4. Good. Okay, and then if we build a... do they like cobblestone? No, do they like fungus? No. Well, then they can have cobblestone, because that's what you walk fastest on. So yeah, a big cobblestone bridge connecting up these new fishing areas. But they can also go the other way if they like. And then this one, they'll love this, connected by another little mini bridge. Nice. Yeah, and then it's fishing new settlement, and this should really be cobblestone. I thought they preferred dirt, but they actually don't. So we should make it all cobblestone because it yeah, they walk faster on it and it requires much less upkeep. So let's build that along here. Okay, and yeah, and I think we'll build a new settlement in the south, and it will have to have a small Dundorian population. because we will need them to do the itinerant work. The service work, that is to say. As I have decided to start calling it. So here we go. Little main road section where we're going to have some of the services. And then, yeah, the housing, of course, we will try and keep super close to the coast as per usual. Is there a paint tool? There is, isn't there? Fill, hollow rectangle, ellipse, brush. There we go. Just so I can hold the cursor down rather than having to keep changing it around. It'll take them a while to walk to the southernmost sections of this, obviously. But that is okay. Look at this whole new section of the river. And then we want to get bigger, even bigger. There's loads of shallow water down here that we can take advantage of for more fishing. Nice. Okay, so then housing. We should need 3 more houses. And we want to make sure that they are firmly encapsulated in groundwater. So we'll put 1 here. 1 maybe here. And 1 here. I think this will be close enough. Yeah, that's mostly groundwater there. I made them out of stone, didn't I? Bullocks. Just fix that. There we go. Give me wood, please. Same layout. Not quite fitting there, so I'll do it here. But I'll do it actually with the door facing up. Get enough groundwater. Give me another little cobblestone connection in here. And actually, give me a cobblestone square. And then it's time for some amenities. So they will want a shrine to... They're mostly Cantor followers, I think. No, actually, they are the mix between Chamalor and Cantor. Let's see if we can do without a shrine. Well, shrine's not that expensive, but don't want to encourage religious conflict, but well, they don't go to shrines that often. So you know what I'll do? I'll put a Cantor shrine up here as part of this settlement. Chunk. And then also, actually, if we can convert all those dirt roads to what we now know to be their more preferred type. So we've got a Cantor shrine up there, and then a Samlor, whatever it's called, shrine down here. And if they feel strongly about which one they go to, they can always hop up to the other fishy village to get that done. So, oops. Give me a restaurant. Not a restaurant, sorry. Give me a food stall. And just 1 food stall for 25 people. May not be enough, actually. How big can I make? You have to be 2x4s. How about like this? Vary it up a bit. With a little bit of room on each side. There we go. I reckon that'll be able to serve 15, actually. Not really what we're going for here. About that plus a little extra on the bottom. There we go. 24. Probably plenty. Give me a well. What was that? Oh, yeah, warehouse. I should build a warehouse too. Warehouse here seems good. Because then it can quite easily connect up along the road. The doors both here and here. Chunk. And then also need a local, just 5 residents. Yeah, 5 local Dundorians who I will have a little bit outside of town. And then we're going to need a speaker. Let's put him here. Then a well. Doesn't need to be that big. And lavatory, which I will copy. We should maybe start... Some of these are mud huts. They do prefer wood, I think. Should maybe start switching some of those over. Yeah, loo. over here, perhaps. And then I think I will give them market as well. Not a big one. Really doesn't need to be a big one. Be like this. Reckons it'll serve 17. I think that's underestimating it. I think that's assuming that you need lots of stuff from the market. Okay, so let that get built, and then I will call it. But yeah, it's going to take them a minute. And once that's built, we can let them all in. It will be glorious. So what am I missing? Looking around. Did I not put a hearth? I'm pretty sure I didn't put a hearth. We'll slot that in. It's a nice little compact place we're giving them here. Didn't put any decorations either. Couple of harmonious trees. Little row of them here, perhaps. Flesh out the road a bit. Why are there... Oh, they're because they're odd jobbers, so they're just kind of spreading everywhere. This is a Dundorian house. Yeah, going to have some Dundorian fishermen in the short term as our new fisheries come online, but that's fine. Once we let the Amalvis in, they'll go away. Right, speaking of shrines and markets for that matter, fancy markets. Nice. That'll give us a bit of a happiness boost. Did I not put a market over here? Is this my only market? No, that's right. I gave the Dundorians their own special market. Of course I did. Favoritism that I'm displaying. Yeah, so using some fancy stuff for worshipping with style. Or you can actually do both upgrades just for worshipping with style. Nice, yeah, well let's crank our... Oh, I forgot I put one just across the river here, didn't I? Let's crank this. It's expensive, but these are not really ongoing costs. Ooh, the second tier there takes Sicilian ore and jewellery. My lord. Not going to be upgrading that anytime soon. But let's see. Oh, yes. Look at that religion spike. Glorious. They look dope as well. This is like... That's good. The pixel art, I don't know if it's technically pixel art, but the sprite work and stuff in this game is really good. So we have, in terms of Dondorians, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We did leave it as Dondorians working at 5. This doesn't take work. 6 for this. Okay, so this house actually needs upgrading to neatly match the numbers that we have here. Now, let them in. Good stuff. And these markets. These markets need upgrading. As does the food stall. Nice. As does the loo. No, I've already done that. Oh, I copied it from an upgraded one, so it automatically is upgraded. New level. We have guard posts unlocked, finally. Okay, we'll need to start looking into those. Very nice. Look at that. All 50 arrived. Already perfectly happy. And the fisheries are working. Oh, I can upgrade fisheries too. Kind of should have thought of that first before I let in a whole bunch of extra people. Specifically to boost fish output, huh? Oh well, we're now going to have insane fish output. So this warehouse is fish south. And this stores obviously, well actually no, sorry, it doesn't store fish, does it? This is where they're living. So it's, well, okay, so some fish. What else do they eat? Food stall. Gods of a second. The rains have dropped. Everyone will pray. We have decent food stocks. I'm not concerned. Is it bread that you like? No, it's fruit. Okay. Fruit and fish. That's what you get. And the market, yeah, definitely doesn't stock everything. Furniture, yes. Wood, yes. Fish? But you don't have fish furniture. Clothes. Don't think I'm letting you have any stone or cut stone or clay, so that's all you get. Now, this needs furniture, it needs clothes, it needs tools, it needs some wood for the hearth, it needs some fruit for you to eat. won't need much stone for maintenance down here, so I don't think you need that. Ah, maintenance. You need a little janitor. It really doesn't have to be a big one. Not delete job, sorry. Copy. Copy this janitor down here. And it will be the Dundorians working it, so I'll put it near them. And the fish south pulls from food. It pulls its food from it, and it pulls from main storage. It pulls the other stuff from it. Good. And then we also need another warehouse. So actually, yeah, I think vacant for 7. Ah. So these are designated wrong. Should all be Amalfi homes. I also need another warehouse. Should upgrade this. Another warehouse, which I will put here. Or do I? Ah, yeah, I can daisy chain my fish warehouses. Nice. Okay, that will work. So I'll put a little warehouse here. Again, doesn't need to be that big. It's probably substantially excessively large, but no worries. Connect it in. And this becomes, so this is not fish south, this is Mivias south. And this is fish south, which has one worker and stores nothing but fish. Okay, and then fish north here pulls from fish south whenever there's any fish in it. Good. You can automate your workforce, because I think you'll need quite a few people, honestly, to get this connection going. And there we go. So this lot between them are responsible for producing a lot of fish. A lot of fish. And those upgrades are helping too. So the reason I do it that way is that means that central food never has to have more than 4 pulls. It's just that we have fish warehouses that have multiple pulls, and then they get pulled by central food. That works. That works well. Nice. Should definitely do go through and check what needs upgrading and things at some point. But okay, so we have our new guys moving in here. So our Dondorians, I think we might have some problems with homelessness. Yeah, for Dondorians here because of the way that I tried to optimize kind of needlessly. So let's do a new home, and we'll put just a little, we'll continue to needlessly optimize. Let's put a little Dondorian apartment nestled in the side here, so that they have somewhere else to live when they're working in this warehouse. There we go. Immediately 3 of them are in here. The merchant, the speaker, deliveryman, and janitors, and so on. So yeah, this janitor can be an auto-employee. I don't think there's going to need to be that many down here, but yeah. Nice. And now I imagine if I go to all, I go to religion. Yeah, they're loving life at the shrines. Great to see. Great to see. Yeah, and that's how we set up a nice little outpost. Pretty sweet, if you ask me. We up the fish count to 50. Now require more of all the foods and things. We require 14 clothes a day according to my count, so we should be pretty much looking good for that. And I think we can kit out our dudes as well. They're getting there on the training. What are they up to? 91. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now you can have 90 armor. And tons more of these weapons. In fact, I think I can fully kit you out on weapons. Nice. 0.08 garrison now. Look at this. Happiness is absolutely rocking it. Very nice. This is more the kind of level of happiness that I'm used to seeing. I think this puts us in a really good place to invest more and more in military. And then we can go out and maybe claim some regions. Let's get some better stone income and things. Could be good. Ooh, looks like furniture's an issue. Maybe not. Just the construction was consuming quite a bit because these guys were kitting out their new houses and things. Understandable, understandable. Oh, I did make the Dundorian houses here out of wood. Let me use the... this. What did I make it? I set a shortcut for it, didn't I? Yes, of course, structure. So stone building. And I'm going to do stone wall overwrite. These should have stone walls. This should have stone walls. This should have stone walls. Good. Is unclaimed. Job is unreachable from the throne and will not be performed. Damn. Alright, well don't do those ones then. Make it mostly stone. I'll call that good enough. Fine. And this, they're still designated, right? It doesn't undesignate them when I do that? No. Good. Cancel that. Anything unreachable. Anything unreachable we can just cancel. This guy's just living life? Or is he stuck? No, he's starving to death. He's not living life. It's quite the opposite. Dig yourself out, buddy. Fine, we'll give you another house. Leave some room for growth in the Dundorians in this area. Go stone building. The idea is that the itinerant Dundorians in these outposts represent a small enough portion of the overall Dundorians that the fact that they're unhappy doesn't matter too much. But I will be giving them some stuff, you know, some stone housing and so on to try and keep them chuffed. Checking, by the way, you guys... No, they hate wood buildings. I'm terribly sorry. Tear down these houses. And the walls here. My bad, buddies. I completely misremembered. I thought it was unlikely that I had them in mud houses just for no reason. Which way was this one facing? Ah, that's right. It was embedded in here, wasn't it? Probably like that. Yeah. There we go. Designate these out. There we go. And now we should see their environment climb back up to loving life in terms of housing. Good. Amazing. All right, I'm going to call it a part there. I said I was going to go to bed in 10 minutes an hour ago. So I'm going to do that now. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. It's been a great pleasure to have you with me. Look forward to the next episode, which will come out. I haven't actually decided the cadence on these videos. But whatever the cadence has been so far, this one will stick to it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.